A 1991 Japanese exclusive release for the Sega Game Gear from Kaneko, the Berlin Wall, or Berlin No Kabe, is a platform game based on an obscure arcade title that nobody's ever heard of. At least as far as I know. You control a little kid who has to roam around these single-screen levels to rid them of monsters. You do this by smashing platforms with your hammer and making holes, and then you wait for a monster to fall into the new hole you created. Once it's trapped, you give the monster a couple more knocks and it drops down to the level below and turns into some sort of food item that you could pick up for points. Once all the monsters are cleared from the screen, a door will appear and you can move on to the next screen and do the deed all over again. Every once in a while you'll enter this overworld sort of thing where you can buy items with your points, as well as play a bonus round that involves collecting all the food before time runs out. At the end of each world, you'll end up fighting a boss who must be defeated using the same means used to defeat your little fellas. Once said boss is defeated, you move on to the next world, where you again proceed to do the same thing all over again, only now the critters have different forms, fly around, and other bits that makes the game more difficult than last time. Berlin Wall is a simple little puzzle type platform game that's vaguely similar in premise to the old arcade title Space Panic, where you're digging holes to trap bad guys. However, if you need to refill holes you've dug yourself, because you need to escape, you need a means of escape, you can also do that with the one button. There's no jumping in Berlin Wall, so you need to be smart about how to escape enemies and navigate some of the trickier stages. Scoring points by killing monsters and collecting food items is key here, because then you could spend those points on power-ups that will increase your chances of success as you navigate through the game's 5 worlds and multiple stages with only a set number of lives and continue credits. Berlin Wall has cutesy little critters inhabiting these varied worlds, whether they be Icelands or Junglelands or whatever lands. Each of the characters have cute expressions when they get angry or trapped or... well, it's a cutesy looking game that works, and if you don't like cute things, then I don't know what to tell you. Cute things are awesome, especially on a tiny Game Gear screen. In other words, the game looks fine. Everything looks like what they're supposed to look like, and you can tell which things are good and which is not. So, it's fine. Sound-wise, you have cutesy musical jingles that are cutesy sounding. Might be grating to some, but for the most part, largely inoffensive. And then you have your stock Game Gear quality sound effects that sound like stock Game Gear quality sound effects are supposed to sound like on the Game Gear. And that's all I got. Overall, as far as portable diversions go, Berlin No Kabe, or Berlin Wall, is a fun little time waster that's actually quite a bit of fun, I think. Premise is simple, control is fine, difficulty starts off easy and gets tougher as you go along. It's a bit on the short side, you could probably kill this one in about a half hour or so, but fun regardless. It's a Japan-only release, but Game Gears are typically region-free, and I found this in the wild, so if you like simple arcade-style games with some puzzle bits, then Berlin Wall does the job adequately enough.